Hello, everyone. How are you doing this evening? It is Wednesday, and it's August the 21st, 2024, and it's 7 o'clock on the East Coast. And you know, I always like to tell you the time. It is not because you don't know where you are. It's because we have so many people in different time zones and even over the world, around the world. But we're just so happy that you have joined us today to the Power of Transformation broadcast. I am your host. And my name is Dr. Paula Obi, and I'm just so happy to be back again with you. On tonight, we have another powerful show scheduled for you. We're going to have an amazing time, share some information. So we want you to tell your friends. We want you to tag them. We want you to text them. And you can call them if you have a few minutes, and then you're going to have to come on back and tell them that the Power of Transformation broadcast with Dr. Paula Obi is on now, and they, honey bunny, do not want to miss it. I'm going to do the same thing. And I'll see you soon. And we are just so happy that you decided to join us again. We're back and we are excited. You know, I'm excited every week, but I'm super excited tonight. Let me tell you something. In your lifetime, in our lifetime, we're going to meet some very exciting, very wonderful people. And those are the ones that become your friends, and they also feel like family. You start hanging around them, you find out how much you have in common, and then that moment when you need someone the most, they're the ones who show up for you. And we have 3 of those young ladies on tonight. And you know what? I'm just going to allow them to introduce themselves. I'm calling them 3 amazing sisters. There's 4 of them. But these are 3 amazing sisters. I'm going to have them come on in. They can introduce themselves. I just want you to know who they are. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Gilda. Hello, Renita. The 3 amazing sisters. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? How are you?
Doing great. Doing great.
Good.
I'm so glad to see y'all. I'm so glad.
We're glad to be here.
Yeah, glad to be here. You mean so much to me, you know, and there's a whole lot I could say, but this is about you tonight, so we're going to let you talk. I did say when I needed you the most, you were there, but you were there before then. Isn't that cool? For someone to be there before, during, I just want to say thank you. So since this broadcast is about 3 amazing sisters, I'm going to be quiet. Now, I'll interject because I like to ask questions. I'm going to be quiet for just a few minutes, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself. We're going to start with Crystal, move to Gilda and Renita, and then we're going to move on. Tell me who you are.
Okay. All right now. Well, I'm Crystal. I'm the oldest of the 3 that's here today. Been a caregiver pretty much all my life, from having a home daycare, working in daycare centers, to helping my grandmother, to helping seniors when I see the need of help, to now caring for my mother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I'm Gilda. I am, out of my mom's 6, I am the 5th child. I call myself the Grace child. 5 being the number of grace. And truly, it fits me well. It suits me well because I know from where God brought me from. And so I marvel and I revel in his grace towards me. And I am honored to be sharing this platform tonight with my amazing sisters. I cannot wait to hear how this goes. It's going to be great. Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah. And hello, everybody. I'm Renita Wilson, and I am the youngest, the baby, as they still want to call me, of the whole group. I'm a caregiver. I work in the healthcare field, but I patterned my life, and I think the roadmap of my life has been impacted by my sisters. I pattern a lot of things after them. So I don't know if I ever told them, but I do look up to my siblings. You know, they're great. They're marvelous. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thank you.
And I want to interject. Whenever she talks about you, she just beams. I mean, she just glows like a Christmas tree. And I just think that's amazing. So it's a great segue because I'm sure you have a ton of things that you love about each other. But I need for you to bring out one special thing that you love. I'm going to give you a minute or two. I know you have
mine.
all.
I got mine.
Okay.
You got yours. Okay, go ahead, Renita.
Go ahead,
I got
Renita.
mine.
Go, Renita.
You said what I love, one amazing thing, and what I love about them is the fact that they were given to me. They're my sisters, and I was blessed to have them as my sisters. They were given to me as a gift.
Awesome.
Oh, that's so.
And it's a never-ending gift.
Absolutely.
You know, it's one that keeps going. You can keep opening it up, layers and layers. It never ends.
Yeah. So for me, just one. There are plenty of things that I love about each one of them. But for Renita, I love what she brings to our family. She brings a skill set that's a myriad of things. I call her our MacGyver. Something broke. We want her to fix it. We need questions answered about doctor, medicine. It's just, you name it, she knows. I feel like she knows it. And I just appreciate the skill set that she brings to our family. And it's not just me and Crystal, it's her nieces, our oldest sister, our brother. We just call her for stuff because she's just that person.
Yeah.
And for Crystal, I am in awe at the way that she loves unconditionally. Right?
We're just gonna keep on talking.
Yeah, we just keep on going. Well, I'm telling you, it's so hard when somebody say one thing.
Yeah.
For me, it's so hard to pick out one thing. But that one thing for me is acceptance. And they accept me for who I am. And they don't waver. They don't allow anyone else to say anything about me. Because if you accept me, you accept me. If you don't, they'll tell you to move on.
Absolutely.
And it's just amazing how they're just there for me. They're just there for me. And I just love them. I just love them.
It's an amazing bond. I imagine that if I were to dig a little bit deeper, we don't have the time, but if I were to dig a little bit deeper and we just list all of the attributes, you guys would be like this. With all of the things that you're able to do, you just fit like a glove. When one person doesn't have something, you can pick up the phone and there's another person who has it. And if the other person doesn't have it, 9 times out of 10, somebody knows somebody who does. Does that sound right?
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
I don't think that's by happenstance. It was purposed for you all to be that way.
Oh, amen. Our mother taught us that way.
Yes.
And our grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because one thing our mother always told us that if we don't have nothing else, we have each other.
We have each other.
And that's the most material stuff, money and all that is nothing if we don't have each other. Yeah. And she gets after us today when we stand with each other. She'll tell us, I know I told y'all that, but not against me.
Right.
It's against whoever. It's against whoever.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that so, and it's not that we grew up and everything was all perfect. That's not it. We've had squabbles,
No.
we've had falling outs, we've had arguments and disagreements and all of that. But she would always say, you are family, your sisters, your siblings. And even when we would see other families, they would squabble with each other in the streets. That was a no-no for her.
Oh no.
Like,
Mm-mm.
you do not
No.
go out there in the streets squabbling with each other.
No.
And so we knew that that was the expectation, that we fix it, we get it right, and we love each other, and we keep going. And she taught us forgiveness. Like, we got to forgive.
That's
So
powerful.
I'm grateful for that.
And you know, there are some homes that don't hear that. You know, there's some people that are deliberately taught, you're going to stick together, and I'm going to create an atmosphere for you to stick together because you're all going to be here with all together. You're going to be all together. You're going to say, I'm going to teach you how to be one. I'm going to teach you how to forgive. How do you teach someone how to forgive?
You model
Action.
it.
A person has to love first.
Actions.
Have love. Yeah. And love is an action word.
Action. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You model it. It has to be. It can be modeled. I mean, Lord knows, my mom had to forgive me for a lot of stuff, actions, attitudes, just stuff, you know. So she modeled that. She modeled love for us, love for family.
Yes.
She did. She did.
And somebody probably modeled that for her.
Her mother.
Our grandmother.
Our grandmother.
She was amazing.
Yes.
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 And you know,
Yeah.
I worry about families who don't have that example where no one is speaking that into your life. You may get mad at your brother or your sister, but that is still your brother and that is still your sister.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you how to figure that out because you have to have somebody in there driving that. Do you agree with that? Tell me what that means.
Yes. Yes.
I agree. I think that is important. It's a rarity nowadays to see family that are sticking together and working together. And speaking on the caregiver end of that, it is a rarity to see families pull together to care for a person. You don't see it. Most of the time you see them squabbling, like you said, they're fighting. They're fighting, trying to see who can get who's a bit mamas, who can get what or whatever. What can I get out of it? It's a rarity. And I think that has been our goal to, we're going to be extraordinary. We don't have to be ordinary.
Extraordinary.
Yeah, I think too, just on the lines of talking about us coming together to support our mom. The way that God, like you said, like we fit, right? We know if something pops up, which one gets the call or which one. So we're not crossing lanes, so to speak. Like, it's not that the other one can't do it, but if somebody say business, finances, who y'all gonna call?
We have to call you, Gilda.
You.
If somebody says doctor, medicine,
We have to call Renee.
If somebody says pretty much anything about
Kristen.
what's happening in the family, like the family at large, right? Information, right? We know, and it's almost like we have our lanes, and we let each other kind of move in those lanes, and I appreciate that about us. I appreciate that.
Somewhere down the line, there was something that happened, and we cannot put it in pill form. I wish we could, and really put it in pill form and give it to other people, but we can't do that. So somewhere down the line, there was this seed sown that says it's okay for you to be Crystal, you to be Renita, and you to be Gilda.
Yes.
It's okay for you to have and know what you know, and it's okay for you to have and know what you know, and it's okay having you know what you know. But when we come together,
absolutely,
we're a powerhouse.
We're powerful. Very
we
much.
are.
I think we just do it. I don't even think that we see ourselves the way that you and other people, because we have other people say it, but for us, it's our way of life.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't see it like
Mm-hmm.
someone on the external looking at us see it.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
rarity. I will tell you.
I don't think I thought about that.
Really?
Right.
We just do it.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. We do. And like I said, and it was demonstrated. It was demonstrated through our grandmother, the way she took care of my aunt, my grandfather. She just did it, you know, with all her children that she had.
Yeah.
It was just like she just did it. This is
Mhm.
this is what you do for family. And she
Mhm.
always say, you know, no family goes to a rest home. No family don't be without somebody to come to help them. Somebody has to go over to such and such a house
Yeah.
and help them.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
or she's gonna try to do it. But
Mhm.
then it's just like, no. I remember one time I called the family together, not boasting myself or anything like that.
Mhm.
That's okay.
But
Mhm.
it was just like, okay, even my cousins, I called them. I said, look, we got to come in and we got to do this and we
Mhm.
got to do that. And when we came together, it was just so wonderful. It's
Yeah.
wonderful when you come together and
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
fighting bigger. It's wonderful. And it's
Yeah.
just like, you can say, Lord, when we going to do this again? But it's just
Mhm.
wonderful when you
Yeah.
come together. You have to come together.
Mhm.
And
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
you just have to come together, you know,
And
and
that's how you.
you have to pay attention.
And
You
you
Yeah.
have to
got to pay attention. Mhm.
Yeah.
you have to pay attention because I know my
Yeah.
sisters, them, when they see that I'm down, when they see that I'm down, they just like Calgon, they come and take me away.
That's right.
So it's just like you have to pay attention
Yeah.
to people, you know,
Yeah.
who's caregivers. You have to
Mhm.
pay attention because it
And
is
Caregivers, they
I
give.
want to hit on that
Let
what
people
she was
help.
saying. Yeah. Yeah.
You have to let people help
you
too.
do,
Absolutely.
you do.
So my other sister, our oldest sister, um, our mom stayed with her a couple of
Mm-hmm.
years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she being the oldest, and I think that's just understanding the birth order, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
where things fall. She has
Mhm.
a different spirit. Like she
Yeah.
has a mom over us spirit. Like she's
Mm-hmm.
our
Yeah.
mom too, right?
Yeah.
So when our
Mhm.
mom stayed with her, she didn't really allow us to
The help. Mm-hmm.
help
No.
because she wanted to do it.
She
Mm-hmm.
would.
And it was a lot for her.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
so now that our mom is transitioned with Crystal, and Crystal, I think, like she understands
Mm-hmm.
better
Yes.
allowing other people to come in and help to kind
Mm-hmm.
of
Yeah.
take the burden off. But that is just our oldest sister. Just kudos
Yes.
to her. She is. I wish she were on here, but she wasn't probably not going to have it. But
Mm-hmm.
when I say amazing,
Ah,
Amazing.
she loves us
yeah.
like no other.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
She's really like our mom.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
She will work herself to take care of us until she's sick.
Yes.
yes, us as grown women.
As
Yeah.
grown women, until she's sick,
Till she's sick,
you
but
know,
will never say anything to us.
but never say anything to us. And then when we go and you know she's sick, but we want to like girl, da, 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 da. But that is her
Yeah,
character. Yes.
it is. That's the way she treats
Mm-hmm.
us. We can call today and say, "Hey, can you cook me whatever?"
Mhm.
She's gonna do it. Hey, as a matter of fact, I asked can
Tell
she
it.
iron a dress for me.
Right.
She told me to bring it to her. Like
Yes.
she's she's that girl. Like she's that
Yes.
girl, but
That
she's
that's
our
the only way to
sister.
put it.
What
Yeah.
that Karen White said, she a superwoman, Karen White. You
She
know that song,
is.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
superwoman.
She
I
is.
get
So
that
she
superwoman.
modeled this for us as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She modeled this for us as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Renita was going to say something earlier. We were talking about, I think we were talking about how this, I'm still mesmerized because you don't have many folks that talk about each other like that. She definitely needed, I wish there was a way to beam her in. When I think about all the difference in your personalities, you still like glue. Now I know why we have so many problems in other families that don't have the support system.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
It's
Mhm.
a lonely world to be in a lonely world.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It
It
is.
is when you don't
Mhm.
have somebody who says, I haven't heard from you today, or
Mhm.
how are you doing today? That's
Mhm.
hard, particularly as you are caring for someone else that you
Yes.
love with all your heart.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, talk to me about what message do we want to give to those folks who are okay with just one person doing everything? What message do we want to give?
Oh,
We want
my
to let
main
them.
message.
For
Yeah,
me, that's not all right. That's not okay.
right.
That's not okay.
Hmm.
That's my mess. It's not okay. And it's not going to take anything from you. It's just going to add to you when you check on someone else.
Right.
When you lend a helping hand to someone else,
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
going to add to your life. It's not going to take anything away.
Hmm.
What when you don't do that, you have some problems. You have some frustration because God asks us to look out for our neighbors. He asks us to love. He asks us to care because he asks us to do these for each other. I
Hmm.
don't care we was not connected by blood or whatever.
Hmm.
We just have to do it.
Yeah.
And that for me,
Right.
it's just not okay not to. If you see somebody, you know,
Struggling.
that's like the Good Samaritan. When you saw that man on the side of the road, he stopped. He stopped
And
Mhm.
you help. Right.
and helped. Everybody else bypassed him,
Hmm.
bypassed. But when that one stopped, and you see how it impacted his life with that one stop. Oh, I
And
keep
then
talking
one,
about that one. Oh my God, I keep talking about that one. But go ahead on, Renita.
I think. I think the message I would give to families is don't forget the main caretaker, because
Right.
that is a huge amount of pressure. We assist. Crystal's with our mom majority of the time,
Mhm.
and we have to stay in tune to when she needs a break,
Yeah.
because that's a lot. And I love that Crystal called me like, hey
Mhm.
girl,
Mhm.
I
Right.
need you to come, you know, and we're gonna come because
Mhm.
we know when she's got that she needs a break.
Mhm.
I think we have tuned into she needs a vacation, some kind of vacation,
Mhm.
staycation,
Mhm.
laycation, whatever.
Mhm.
Um, but don't forget that main person who's there almost 24/7.
Mhm.
Find out what they need, ask about them, see what they need.
but
Mhm.
what if they don't? What if they say they don't need anything? Then what do you do?
What they do,
They
and
do.
Yeah, there
they,
are some basic things.
yeah,
Mhm.
oh yeah,
Even if it's I'm gonna come over, you go out to dinner, you go hang out, just da 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 da,
Mhm.
whatever.
yeah,
There are
or
just some
yeah.
basic things.
Yeah. Well, here's some grocery. I'm going to go to the grocery store and pick up some
Mhm.
things for you. Or I'm going to get some delivery sent to you so you don't have to worry about food or something like that.
Yeah, it's
It's a
the
simple
basic
thing.
stuff.
I'm going to come in and, and make your bed while you in there sitting down or whatever. It doesn't take
Mhm.
big things to do. Just simple things matter. You know, don't forget that. Simple things matter. They don't have to be huge and big things.
Mhm.
Small things count. It's
Mhm.
important.
Yeah.
And I do want to say that person that's a total caretaker, they need to stop. I must say, if you don't mind, stop lying to themselves.
Okay.
They say, I
Oh,
got it.
oh yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
They got to
Mm-hmm.
stop saying that because they're
Mm-hmm.
not okay.
Mhm.
They're not fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Don't worry about what nobody think about you. If you
Mhm.
say yes, because when my mom first came, I really did try to do everything, and
Mm-hmm.
I really was burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
But that caretaker has to open up the door and say, I do need it. And
Yeah.
don't feel
Yeah.
shame about it.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't feel shame about it. Because
Mm.
even if you wasn't taking care of somebody, something was going on in your life, you need help.
Yeah.
Yes.
When things like this is going on in your life, where you got to take care of somebody at 40, you
Mm-hmm.
got
Yeah.
to say,
I
yeah, I
need
just
help.
need a little help.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
okay.
okay. It's
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
Yeah.
I think those are great points. And I think that I know you said something about, well, what if someone won't come and help, right? Um, so because we know we live in this world where people can be selfish and self-centered, and they don't have that in them to reach out to support, then you have to seek support outside of that. It's like you have to build your network of support, right? And it may not be family members. It may be chosen family.
Right.
Like, I know you really are connected with Krista and Renita, right? So that's the support. And then, because you may have to go to agencies and say, hey, do you all have somebody? Do you all know somebody? And this is the social work in me coming out with the resources and all of that good stuff. I'm a caregiver. There are caregiver support groups and networks, right? So you have to build your support network instead of, like Krista said, I got it. I just do it myself. Build it. If a person is out there struggling, build your support network. Look at this video and figure out how to go and build your network, because there's somebody that will help.
Yes.
So Renita has an amazing mindset about some things.
Yes.
She has some ideas floating around. I'm going to let her share whatever she wants to share. And I'm saying you all could probably write the biggest book and show the biggest movie about how things should be done. I just remember talking to you about your dream or something that on your heart. If you want to share that would be great.
Oh, I say so much, my Lord.
Well, we're talking about those caregiver sessions that you felt like would be appropriate for us to have. And I'm pushing her because I don't want her to forget it. That will enable us to be more powerful and create that network. So that was one of the things you talked about. I forgot.
Yeah. Well, because it's one of those things, like Gilda said, that network, building that network, you don't know until you know. And sometimes I think that people sit alone in silence and they're hurting and they need help and they don't know what to turn to. However, if there's a group out there that they can really get in tune to and find support that way, it'll go a long way. It'll help them out. Teach them, give them the information they need. One of the things I help a lot of people out with, most people don't know what hospice care is and what it's for. Most people think hospice care is just for you're gonna pass away soon and they're gonna do everything.
That's what we've been told.
What it's for. It's sustain them in the life they're in now. And it's to open up resources for that family, for that person who's being cared for. So if anything, I would love to get that information out there because it can help a whole lot of people who just, when people hear hospice, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, these people are thriving. But hospice is a gateway. You don't have to fight with insurance. They get you the equipment you need, so many resources that you need. So that's one thing. I just would like to educate people on what's out there, what's available to them. Those resources are so important.
That is just so vital. And what we don't know, we don't know. We have one idea about it, but then there's a whole lot more to it.
That's
right. And we're the ones being left out if we don't have people like you and your sisters enlighten us as to what it really is. That's why I can't wait for your seminar, whatever you're doing. If I need to bring you back, then we'll come back, because I will tell you, I'm here with a smile on my face because of the knowledge you were willing to share. I can't even tell you how many hours I've texted and whatever, all because I wanted to get it right.
Right.
It's no one way of doing it for everyone. There's not just a one way that this has to be done. There's no roadmap that says you have to go from A to Z this way only.
It'd be all over the place, really. It depends. It's all over the place. It's all because it depends on who to take care of.
Situational.
Yes,
it's right.
Very situational. Absolutely is.
But,
and it's okay. It's okay.
Because I'm telling you, the hospice team that we are working with are the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They are the best.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yeah.
much.
So, and I think that is so appropriate, Renita,
Mm-hmm.
for putting that out there. Um,
Mhm.
it is a network in and of itself.
Yes.
Yes.
But there are so many others, so many
Mhm.
others, and it would be great to maybe get a list that you can have Paula to share with
Mm-hmm.
people.
Yes.
We'll
Yeah,
kind
I
of give
will.
like a roadmap, like put a list together. But um, we are fortunate to have each other.
Yes,
Yes,
you
we
are.
are.
And that
You are your
I,
greatest
I'm
asset.
glad we don't take that for granted. But some days it's just not a bed of roses.
Mm-hmm.
All of us can be frustrated, but not all of us can be frustrated at the same time because we have
Right.
to balance each other out.
We
Mhm.
do.
Because it's like, just to get your mama.
Right. Right. Right.
Yes. Mhm.
Renita, I'm tired. I'm trying to do this, da 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 da. So we,
Mhm.
we get frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I can
of
imagine
course.
if it's just one person trying to carry. I feel bad when I hear about one person trying to carry the load because I know what I feel, and I have a support network
Mm-hmm.
working. We all on
Absolutely.
each other's back, but we really do have to lean on each other
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
and take
Always.
a step back sometimes when it's like way too much. It's like, I'm out, Krista, this week. I'm out. I can't
Mhm. Tap out.
because I'm tired.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a
So
lot
we
of
have
and a
our
lot of it
rules.
does and a lot of it does depend on the level of care that you have to give. But
Mm-hmm.
what
Yes.
what what I feel that you're saying and what I definitely experience myself is you're always there to make sure everything's done. You know,
Yes.
Yes.
you got this. You're always trying to make sure this is done on this time. This is done on
Mm-hmm.
this time,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's not, and you're like, okay, breathe,
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
breathe,
Breathe. That's right. Sit down.
sit
Mhm.
yourself
Mhm.
down,
Right. Sit yourself down.
Mhm.
and relax,
Right.
Take some time.
and
Absolutely.
breathe,
Right.
And breathe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and breathe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Because if
sure.
you're
Yeah.
not breathing, you cannot help anybody else.
You cannot.
Like, I mean, sometimes I think it was last week I was picked. I had to do something. Chris, I don't know. Oh, Chris had to go out. Renita was working, and I was the one. So things with us is just a ebb and a flow. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's I'm on this week, or sometimes it's like Renita, you on this week. It just depends on what we have going on in our lives.
Right.
But I was the person that day, and I'm like, we have this schedule, we have this, got to do that. And I just remember going into the living room saying, God, you got to help me to help her
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just frustrated right now. So I sat in the living room and breathed
Mm-hmm.
because what I don't want to do
Mhm.
is lash out and be angry and upset and mad. So it's like time out. Let me
Mm-hmm.
go in the living room
Mm-hmm.
because she may have done something or said something, and I'm like, mm-mm.
Mhm.
I'm going in the living room
Mhm.
in a minute. And
Mhm.
so it's
Mhm.
just knowing and being self-aware, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's going
Yeah.
on internally within yourself, because the goal is always to provide the support
The
to
best
your
care.
mom
Mm-hmm.
and love
Absolutely,
her.
and love.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
so
And
yeah.
you know what else I've discovered? I have a passion for AirPods because
Mhm.
sometimes in my breathing, I used to
Yes.
do that. I used to do that to my boss. I had a boss. I don't even want to talk about her. A boss or whatever. I will say this. For some reason, I think there must have been something in the wall because every time I got on the phone, she'd come out and do this, and I'm like. So after a while, you had those that were like this, and she'd be like, well, are you talking? Who you talking to? Well, honey, when I got the AirPods. And I
Yes.
flopped that hair over there. She didn't even know. I'm somewhere listening to ocean sounds and I'm trying to listen to music. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get me
Yeah.
right. So you could just pull it right on there and be like, because
Yeah.
you got to anchor. You got to get your anchor.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And self-care is not selfish.
It's
No.
not
Like, I
a
think people
No,
have to understand self-care is not selfish.
It's
no.
not.
It's the best care. You really cannot help someone else if you don't take care of yourself.
You
That's
really
right.
cannot.
Mentally, emotionally, physically.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm gonna give you a prime example of that, Gilda. Because a while back, I have problems with my legs and stuff or whatever,
Right.
back and all this and that. So, like you said, when my mother first came, I was doing this and doing that. Body broke down.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Mhm.
God stepped in
Mhm.
and gave my mother some strength to start putting patches all on my back and
Help
everything.
her.
To help you.
God raised her up that day for
Yeah.
she to take care of me
Say,
because
let
I
me help
was
my baby.
down.
Yes.
I was like, Lord, I get my mother up here putting patches all on my back and everything. But that's the prime example about not taking care of yourself
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
where you will
Yeah.
have the ability to take care of the person you take care of and do it
Yeah.
like it's supposed to be done. But that
Right.
day, Lord, thank you for coming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I think we have such a need, and I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about anybody else because I got permission to talk about myself. We have this need to just do everything.
right.
I want this done. I got 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 to do this. And I got to do this. And I got to do this. And then somebody asks you a question. You're like, what?
Right.
Just
Right.
one more thing. You're like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I'm learning. That's when
Okay.
the self care starts.
Okay.
I happen to
Absolutely.
love British movies. I like the
Yes.
way they talk.
Yes.
I like, for some
We need a
reason, the
sister.
way they write their scripts, but I love the way they talk.
That's
We
my
need a
sister.
sister.
So if I want to bring it on down, bring it on down, bring it on down, it is
Mhm.
Murdoch Mysteries time. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Wow.
Yes.
It's like Calgon taking me away.
It
Uh-huh.
is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then there are times when I realize that I need to do something else that is
Mhm.
not that heavy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very
Stop thinking
good.
so hard.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good. Very good.
Yeah. For
You know,
sure.
I'm telling Sister Paul, with our cousin, she just got funeralized on Saturday. And when we have conversations about stuff, and she always have this we call it, I don't know if you want to call it a quote or just something, a statement. And she said, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Something, it is what it is, and we cannot do anything about it. We have to just go with the flow. And she
Mhm.
said it wasn't nasty or nothing like that. But it's just the way you got to say, oh, it is that. Well, let's move on to the next thing because it is what it is.
Mhm.
It is what it is. And it
And
keeps the heaviness, keeps things from being so heavy. And
mhm,
and sometimes we have to stop being so serious.
mhm,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
absolutely.
We gotta laugh sometimes.
Laughter.
Like a medicine.
Yeah. And
Ooh,
we do it a lot. So
a
we should
lot,
get
Oh,
rid of everything. We do
I
it a
can,
lot.
I
lot,
can see that.
Yeah. You know,
a lot.
so you're focusing on the sisters, and we have the one brother. I sometimes sit
Yeah.
and think, what does he think about this? You know, he in the midst
I
of
don't think he does. I think he
yeah.
just, it
Goes
is
with
what
it.
it
Hey,
is.
it is
Right.
what it is. You know.
Mm,
Yeah.
Well, he got the sisters there to take care. So so it is what it is. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
It all fits. He's a part of the puzzle and it
Mhm,
fits.
mhm,
But
mhm.
there's a power among sisterhood that is just palpable. I mean, it's like I
It
can
is.
just feel you from the screen. If I made one phone call to one person within about 2.5 seconds, I believe the
Mhm,
other person will know exactly what's going on.
mhm.
That's
Yeah.
a powerful sisterhood.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's what, in my mind, is really missing because you
Mhm,
have to be taught that.
mhm,
It has to be taught
Yeah.
mhm.
I
and
can
it has to
imagine.
be demonstrated
Yes.
and encouraged
Mhm.
and given room to kind of grow because you need to have room to get mad sometimes, get glad
That's
sometimes.
right. That's right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Lord,
And
have mercy.
I'll say this, and one last thing before we go is the other thing that I love about my sisters is the fact that they make me feel capable.
Oh.
They make me feel that I can do
Wow.
something. You know what I mean? Because they have the confidence I can do it. Now, even if I don't know it, they gonna say, "Girl, just do it."
Yes, you can.
You know you can do
Anita,
it.
I know you know how to make a car.
I don't know. You kind of act like you know how to do about everything. You,
Anita, I know you know how to make me a coat.
Right.
Talking
Absolutely.
about crazy stuff, and she was like, "You can do it. You can do it."
But they have always made me feel capable.
that's great.
You know?
That's
Yeah.
great.
That's a great feeling.
That is
They
a great.
got my
That's
back
great.
always.
That you can do it all. The Bible says I can do all things through Christ. Your sister's like, that's my sister, and she can do all.
Right. Right.
You know, the Word of God says,
Ridiculous
and we're getting ready to bring this broadcast. I can't believe
It is. I'm telling you.
Oh, wow.
it's just not enough time. Okay, so you guys are gonna come back. But the train's out there, the power transformation train's out there. I'm gonna have to pull her around and turn around and bring her back into the station. But what keeps floating around in my head is, you know, many are called, but few are chosen. You're chosen.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're just chosen. And now other people need to see and hear and feel and know what being chosen looks like. It's not easy, but you're still chosen.
That's right. Amen.
And you got the grace to do it. You're graced for it. So the light that's shining, even, you know, just shining through the platform, I'm so glad I know you. I got you on speed dial.
All right, then. Use it.
I'm getting ready to get Gilda's phone number. That's the only phone number I don't have. But
You can have it.
we'll just, you know, we'll take
You
care of
can
that.
have it.
We'll just
Yeah,
put you on the group chat. But I'm so excited. It's 7:42. And around this time, I'm pulling that power of transformation chain to the station. And, you know, it's built on an excerpt from one of my favorite scriptures, Romans 12:2, that says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So when we get into those places and we think we can't handle it, we just have to change our mind. We get into those places when we don't think something else is going to happen, we just change our mind. We just get it transformed. So as we are pulling it in the station, you know, she's just kind of chugging along, you know, because now she has to bring this to a close. I've enjoyed talking to you.
Oh, we enjoyed it.
Your words of wisdom, the love that's beaming off the screen. I want you to know that it's just a blessing to know you. And we will have a replay of this show on Saturday at 2:00. And what I'll do, Eastern Standard Time, I will advertise that we're going to have a replay because I didn't get to advertise the way I normally do, but you know, but I want, and I can replay it again, but definitely on Saturday, I want people to hear what you said tonight, but, and I also want them to feel it because it's going to make a difference. That's part of the transformation process.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining. You thank everybody else that's joined us. We have some people that are watching. We know that when people get out of Bible study, they're going to watch it again. So you can watch as many times. We want you to like and share with your friends. This is We Love Caregivers Month, and these are 3 amazing sisters. All right, y'all. You have to trust the process in order for the power of transformation to do its thing. I trust you. I trust God. I trust the process. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Good night.
Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Good night.